right, lots of secrets have always been let bare, and these secrets are popping up because the tribunal is yet to give its judgment. And I told you earlier on that ministers have resumed in their various ministries, and there are heated arguments everywhere. And the issue of the Chicago State University is bringing out lots of things that we've never known in Nigerian history. My name is Angelo. This is Nation Voice Tower. Now, we've been talking for a while over the fact that we all know it's no longer news that Bola Tinibu did not really have a secondary school he attended. It's no longer news that the issue of this, or the saga surrounding his Chicago State University admission and his result is not yet clear. If you didn't attend secondary school, how did you gain admission into college? Do you now understand? So I have a very strong information on this issue, very comprehensive. Now this will tell you everything surrounding even the reason why he is not called Bola Tinibu. Yes, you've heard that he answers another name in the formal world, but you've not really had a grip on what is really happening. So pick a seat and sit back, because I have lots of information for you. Now I will tell you everything that had to do from his growth to where he is, because almost 80% of such information that he gave to INEC and us Nigerians are all lies. Now listen, Bola Tinibu, from my source, because this particular source is part of the team that are pushing up things far away for the acclamation or for the issuance of the result of Bola Tinibu from Chicago State University. So this source, very close, and after everything today, we hoped that we'll share this with our most lovely viewers, because this particular source is resident in Chicago, not far from here. Now, let me say directly, this file is open right now. So from the file, Bola Tinibu did not provide any information on his primary and secondary education. Neither did he attach certificates for his tertiary education in his INEC forms in 1999 and 2023 respectively, while running to be governor of Lagos State and president of Nigeria. Do you understand me? These are secrets that nobody wants to say. The INEC don't want to say it to anybody. So he never appended, he never even gave any certificate for any tertiary education certificate for his governorship and presidential race. Now listen, from the source. On his INEC form to contest the presidential election, Tinibu attached an affidavit to the INEC form where he claimed that his certificates were stolen after he went on exile during the late General Sani Abacha era. That was why he was fighting for democracy, so he will be in the good books of the country, so that anytime his case is being risen or his case arises in court, we will use sentiments and cover it up. But that is not the case in Nigeria now. Now listen, Tinibu had claimed he attended St. John's Primary School, Aroloya, in Lagos. This claim turns out to be false. Nobody has ever come forward to say he or she was classmates to Tinibu. Tinibu himself has never named anyone as his classmate. Tinibu claimed that he proceeded, listen to me, he proceeded from St. John's Primary School to Children's Home School. I have told you that before, in Ibadan. Who was his teacher at the home school? What certificate was he issued at the home school? A first school leaving certificate or a secondary WAEC certificate? That is what we are asking now. In whose home was the home school? And who saw him attend the school? That is the question. Let these people come out and speak out. If you saw him, if you were his classmate, if you were his witness, if you were whatever to him, and you knew that these things were really real, come out and speak out. Nobody has come out yet. Even a formal teacher. At least nobody would die at the same time. He's still alive. So we can't write off everybody that attended these schools supposedly with him. Tinibu claimed he attended Government College, Lagos. Listen, this is very important. Tinibu claimed he attended Government College, Lagos for secondary education. That claims have turned out to be false, or those claims have turned out to be false. Where is the WAEC or the WASE result? Where are his classmates? Nobody till date has ever come forward that he or she attended Government College Lagos with Tinibu. You remember what the exposé said yesterday? Do you remember what I said about the long later? Now listen. Bola Tinibu has consistently claimed he attended Southwest College. This will shock you, so pay attention. Bola Tinibu has consistently claimed he attended Southwest College, Richard Daley College, Chicago, from where he proceeded to Chicago State University. We are now coming back to the Chicago State University saga, so pay attention. Things are getting more interesting. Nobody has claimed to be a classmate of Tinibu either at Southwest College, which is now known as Richard Daley College, or the Chicago State University. Tinibu indeed cannot claim to be a lone student in those schools. Of course, no one attends schools alone. He must have classmates, took classes with several students who should still be alive today. Tinibu claimed he graduated from the Chicago State University cum laude, that is cum laude honors, with a degree in accounting, even though his INEC form says he had a degree in business management. Can you see the disparity between what the information we have about him from the CSU and the information he gave Nigerians? Listen. If indeed Tinibu graduated with a degree in accounting since 1979, why then has he never been called or been a member of the American Accounting Association, AAA, or the American Accounting or the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, AICPA? He is also not or had never been a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, ICANN. He is not chartered. How then did he get the job of a treasurer for Mobil Oil with just a degree from a third-rate Chicago State University? How? You were never a member of the ICANN. You were never a member of the AAA, the American Accounting Association. Then, how did you get the job of a chartered accountant with Mobil? Because only a chartered accountant can handle accounts of such oil companies. How? How did you get there? Was it just connection with a degree from a third grade university like CSU at that then? Listen, more secrets. Now, since 1979 till date, with all the claims of being so brilliant and graduating with honors, Tinibu has no graduate degree. All these lay credence to insinuations that Bola Tinibu is indeed not Bola Tinibu. We are going to a second phase. The man behind that name is actually known as Yekini Amoda Ogunlere from Iragbiji, Osun State. That is what is contained in his primary and secondary school certificates. That is, if we are to go by the fact that he went to secondary and primary schools, these are the names on his certificate. Which is why nobody has ever seen his primary or secondary school academic credentials. Till date, nobody has seen it. Unless those who were actually domiciled in Chicago State University as at the time. Because that is the reason why they are debunking this claim of his. That is where our source is from. This also explains why all his childhood friends do not know who he is, because he is not known by the name Bola Tinibu. This also explains why no one knows any of his brothers or sisters, uncles, aunts, or any relation. His only known cousin is former Governor Boyega Oyetola, whom he recently named a minister in his cabinet. We are going somewhere. Bola Tinibu is indeed a real packaged fraud, according to our source. He killed Yekini Amoda Ogunlere and resurrected as Bola Tinibu. Now, I have really given you that update, and this is just the main fact, very, very verified about who this man is. That is the reason why the Chicago State University have vowed that they will bring out all details available at their own disposal to Atiku Abubakar, because they not only have the jurisdiction to hear this case, talking about the court in Chicago, but they, as a school, have their name and dignity under red, so they have to redeem themselves by coming out to remedy the situation. That is just on that particular update. Now, I would like to say something here. The Labour Party members have expressed optimism over the judgment day of the Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal that is forthcoming. Today marks the 23rd day of August, and we're yet to hear anything from the judges in the tribunal, headed by Justice Haruna Samani Simon. So I have a brief interview with some of the obedience or some of the Labour Party members. They were very, very optimistic, and they had these things to say. Stay tuned and listen to them so you get optimistic wherever you are in the world.
Have confidence in that country.
Well, you know what?
Please look into the cabinet.
We have to believe that the judges and justices who will hear the petitions continue to be men and women of integrity. We must believe that the best outcome is what we will get. Not to believe is to become hopeless. So we'll continue to believe until the contrary is proven. So yes, I'm a lawyer, I've been one for 30 years. It comes with the territory that I have to believe in the system, even if I might have my misgivings. But we believe in the system, and we eagerly await the outcome of the tribunal.
Are you a full-time politician now?
Is there anything so-called?
Because I see you are involved in politics, I think.
I am a Nigerian who is interested in what our nation looks like. I'm a Nigerian who is interested in the betterment of our country. And like I said in another forum, I got tired of complaining in my bedroom. I decided to come out. And in Nigeria, you can only participate through political parties. Independent candidacy is not allowed. And the only way you can express whatever it is that you have to improve the lot of the nation is through a party. And so I've chosen Labour Party. There's really no other option.
Are you looking at the 2022?
We are looking. We keep on looking. Ultimately, one way or the other, decisions will be made. But right now, the focus is local government elections.
You guys,
It's a good sign that victory is coming to Labour Party in all the 18 local governments and all the wards in Edo State. We have this assurance, looking at this support, looking at this turnout, looking at this ovation, that comes September 2nd, victory is going to be given to all Labour candidates of local government and the councillors.
Okay, you watched the video, and well, I think if you ask me, nobody is so optimistic like that man in that video, because he speaks like he is part of the judges. Yes, but we thank God that he's not a politician that is popular. If not, he will have been tied to, something that has to do with the judges, because this is what Nigeria is all about right now. Propaganda everywhere, left, right, and center. But that's aside, that was a comic relief. To the obedience and to the members of the Labour Party, I guess it's better to remain optimistic, because if the courts were to go by all evidence tendered before it and of every information at its own disposal, then we should all be optimistic. In order not to commit offences that are sub judice, we would leave it to the tribunal to rule over. Now, finally, I have one senior advocate of Nigeria, Johnson Usman per se, and he has given a wake-up call to the new ministers as a result of what happened, or the ongoing case of the former Minister of Petroleum, Diezani Alison Madueke. Now, this woman is being held in somewhere around the US. She is being charged to court for allegedly offering £100,000 bribe for one or two illicit dealings that she was part of, which has readily implicated almost 3 people in the government of Nigeria. I told you I'll bring you that update tomorrow, so don't forget to stay tuned. So, I would allow you to watch this senior advocate of Nigeria, Johnson Usman, where he had a clarion call to new ministers so they don't end up like Diezani Alison Madueke.
It is a wake-up call to the new ministers that while you have been sworn in as ministers, you don't owe allegiance only to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You also owe your allegiance first and foremost to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, even before the President. And if you do an act, if you commit any act, even outside Nigeria, you should also know that you'll be responsible. If not now, thereafter. And that is exactly what has happened. So it's a wake-up call to the new ministers, telling them that, look, any soul that sin will surely die. So when you sin while you are in the office, expect the death even after office. So as far as I'm concerned, this is the best time to have this kind of a charge. Now that we have new ministers, is let them be warned that there are dangers ahead while holding public office.
All right, yes, don't think I've forgotten. I would love to urge our viewers, if you're watching me for the first time, please do well to tap the subscribe button. If you've been watching me and you've not been getting these updates on time or promptly, I'm going to urge you then to tap the notification bell so that you would always get updates anytime I drop a new video. So, generally, I would say you should always drop a comment for us in the comment section, because we need these things to improve. Yes, share this video, give it to everybody you know on social media platforms and so on and so forth. You could send it with your Zender and with your Bluetooth, or however you want to send it to people so they will understand what is happening in their country or in the country where they live in, because it's our duty to keep everybody safe, whether at home or in diaspora. Now, the senior advocate of Nigeria there is very correct, in as much as the ministers designates in their various portfolios have already hit the ground running, but some of them still have shaky hands and rusty pasts. So we hope that they have lived away from their past and have also come up to live up to expectations and responsibility. Hence, they don't end like Diezani Alison Madueke, the erstwhile petroleum minister. From our table here, we're calling it quits. See you next time. Bye.